All this season, Rob Chappell over at Origin8or Custom Cycles in Oshawa, Ontario, is hoping to transform right before our eyes a brand new and thoroughly ultra-modern Yamaha FZ-07. He wants to turn it into a funky, retro-themed street scrambler. To date, we've looked in as Rob has stripped the Yami of its futuristic bodywork and saddle, its 5-piece plastic molded tank, and the stock pipe and lighting system. Today, Rob is turning his attention to the bike's frame.
Well, Rob, I just can't believe the transition in the past couple of weeks. Clearly, there's been some powder coating going on.
Right. So, yeah, we tore the whole bike down to basically the engine on the ground, and then rebuilt it up. But while it was, apart, we sent the frame off, fender mounts, top triple, and we had them all powder coated.
Right.
So yeah, the guys at Flash Fire Coatings do a fantastic job here in Oshawa. They sandblasted the whole thing down for us and then went to town. This is a root beer metallic burst is the color.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I love it. It's like 1972.
Yeah.
It's a great color. So how long did it take you to just strip the whole thing down? What's
it's kind of funny. You would think it'd take a long time,
yeah.
But like my friend was calling me and how you doing that bike? And within a couple hours I had the whole thing apart.
Couple of hours.
Yeah, it was right down to nothing. I mean, mind you, we were at this stage. That's not including bodywork and everything else that comes off. But yeah, it wasn't too hard.
Okay, so frame clearly has been powder coated. You mentioned the fender mount up here. Yeah. Why did you decide to make that black?
So the idea with this bike is to kind of mute the colors down a bit, and the stock mounts were silver, which I think was a little too loud for the front end and kind of where we're going with it. So doing them in a satin black as well as the top triple, it brings that whole front end together and makes it look very unique and integrated. So
right now when we talk about the top triple,
yeah.
It's beautiful and smooth, but it seems to be missing something.
Right.
This used to have a key lock, right?
Exactly.
It had the tumbler for the key.
Right. So because I'm going to be mounting the gauges up here, and the key was, you obviously couldn't get at it if the gauge was in the way. We just went ahead and milled that off, and then I sent that out to powder.
Right.
Yeah.
What about the side stand?
Right, so because we raised the suspension on this bike, we're up 1.5 inches. Right. I had to actually adjust the kickstand accordingly or the bike would have been leaning too far over.
Right.
So I went ahead and cut the kickstand just using the stock knuckle, re-welded on a new longer extension, and basically reworked the whole thing.
Right.
Now it's 1.5 inches longer, so when the bike is on the side stand, it actually stands up properly.
Nice. So Rob, as we look at everything here in terms of paint, the big question in my mind right now is, where's the saddle and what's happening in terms of paint color with the tank?
Well, the paint job I'm keeping a secret. I don't want Yamaha to know about it, so I can reveal it at the very end and kind of blow them away.
Okay.
Nice. So, and the seat at the moment is off in California being stitched up at Tough Side.
Yeah.
And the back rack is still in R&D.
Right.
So once that's all together, that'll be almost our final reveal, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's been fabulous to follow along Project No Name to date, but you've got a lot done, and I feel like we're in the home stretch, eh?
Yeah, for sure. Sounds good. Yeah.
Looking good.
Cool.
Nice.